Check the sound level. We're good. Microphone's still working. Awesome. So you're right, limit. Don't put equal yet. We're just starting, so limit as x approaches positive infinity. You're supposed to compare terms that add. So you look at the terms that are adding and you see if you can identify if there is a dominant term, or sometimes more than one dominant term. That's what we found on the last problem, number 20. Can anyone tell me if there is a dominant term or dominant terms in the numerator based on the comparison idea that we talked about? There we go, lots of hands. Comparison idea that we talked about in problem number 20. This is problem number 19. Cam, what would you say about the numerator? You're good. Point for raising your hand. Courage is good. It doesn't bother me. You're good. All I care is that you're with me and I go ahead. Like I said, look, honesty, if you're always honest, we're in good shape. Just be honest. It's no big deal. Let's go, Samantha, what do you got? Yeah, the numerator term that is dominant will be the negative 10x to the 4th because of the x to the 4th power. So honesty, raise your hand if you honestly knew that. 2 points, 3 for Samantha. Okay. Questions? Cool. Let's keep going. How about the bottom? Hands up. Hands up. There we go. Let's go, Carter.
Would the dominant one be 2x to the power of 4?
If you knew that, give yourself a point. Carter gets 2. Question. Answer this for me, please. Hey, does this symbol represent the exact same thing, or is it something different than this symbol? Does the green box perfectly equal the purple box? Raise your hand if you can answer that, yes or no. Does the green box perfectly equal the purple box? Yes or no? Let's go, Nora.
No.
Nora says no. Who votes no? Show me hands. 2 points for Nora. Who votes yes? 3 points for yes. F of x and that are the same because right here it says they're equal. So those are the same, no worries.
Sorry, I thought you were saying if negative 10x.
Oh, my bad, sorry. So you're good now?
Yeah.
Cool. Everybody good? So who said that it was equal? Show me again. Go 3 for that. Nora gets an extra one. She figured it out. Okay, now answer this one. Is the purple box perfectly equal to the black box? Hands up if you can answer that, yes or no. Is the purple perfectly equal to the black? Keep your hands up. I want you to look at me and listen to this word. These little details really are the difference between not passing the AP test and getting a 4 or 5. So really well done. Just stick with it. It's the little details that really end up being the difference in the end. Just those little details compiled over little by little. Tegan, what do you say? Exactly the black same as purple or not?
It's really close, but it's not.
Nicely done. How many knew that? 2 more, 3 for Tegan. Sorry, Tegan, my bad. The purple and black are not exactly the same. We threw stuff away. Answer this. Is this yellow box going to be perfectly equal, running out of colors, to this blue box? Hands up. Oops, my bad. Back up. To this blue box here. Is the yellow box going to be perfectly equal to the blue? Hands up. Will the yellow be perfectly equal to the blue? Try to call on everybody, and I don't always get everyone every period, but we're trying. Let's go. Ian, yes or no?
I'd say yes.
Ian says yes. He is correct. We've declared it to be so. The yellow is exactly the same as the blue. It's the whole idea of this comparing. Finding the limit of f is exactly the same as finding the limit of this much simpler function. If you knew that, give yourself 2. Ian gets 3. Questions? Oh, please.
So then how can we say that f of x is the same as that big purple box, and it's the same as the blue box when the blue and the purple aren't the same?
It's all about the limit.
Oh, okay.
So, let me say it back to you, make sure it feels good. Purple and green are the same because f is just that formula. Purple is not the same as black because we threw stuff away. Are you comfortable?
Yes.
The stuff we threw away, though, isn't really important if x is just going to get more and more positive. So that's why the limits are the same.
Okay.
Better?
I think so.
think you actually think you're okay. 3 points. Okay. Are we good? Oh, please.
Can you add 2x to the power of 4 and 2x to the power of 3?
No.
Okay.
No worries. It's just trying to remember how it all works. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You can only add when they are what are called like terms. So they'd have to be the same power.
Okay.
If they're multiplying, we can multiply them, but you can't add them. Does that help?
Yeah.
Keep asking any review questions. Doesn't bother me at all.
Okay.
Okay. You good?
Yeah.
Awesome. 2 more for Kara.
This is kind of jumping ahead a bit, and I know you said that like you can either, I forgot the
You're
word.
fine.
Simplify like the fraction if you wanted to or not, but when something like this where it's equal to this number like -5, should you simplify to make stuff easier, or is it still just like whatever?
Totally up to you. In this case, I'll probably not be able to avoid the compulsion to simplify. Because it's so easy, right? But you don't have to. They give you full credit if you don't. So this now is equal to this. And I think it was Vivian who helped us last time. I'll leave it like this for a second, Sophia, just for emphasis. So raise your hand if you know the value of the limit. Like what goes in this box? Who knows the value of this limit? There we go. Looking good. Let's go, Ada, what do you got?
-10/2.
So -10/2 or -5, either way. Be honest, who knew? 0.2 for Ada. So this function has a horizontal asymptote, f of x, has,
Mr. Smith?
oh, I messed up.
You wrote 5 at
Ah!
the bottom instead of 2.
How many solved mistakes? Show me hands. Yeah, give yourself 5 because it bugs me when I make errors. 5, yeah, 5 says there, 5. You guys were hoping it was 20. Yeah, I like giving the points for that, just 'cause like, hey, it's a reward for really watching close. And plus, it helps me feel that you really are focused. When somebody notices an error and I ask how many saw it, like 3/4 of the room saw the error, that's good. You're really right with me. So.
With a question like this, where you can kind of just look at it at the very beginning and see that that's what the asymptote is going to be, do you still have to write all of this out?
Outstanding question. No. If you can literally do it in your head without writing anything, it's very rare that you are required to write much. There are some cases where you are, and I'll just always let you know, and you can always ask me, but this one you really could just write the answer. Yep. Does that make sense? 2 more for Ella. If X has horizontal asymptote, I always write it out, Ella, because I want to make sure people know how I'm thinking. Yeah. The thinking, of course, is more important than the answer, so. And make sure it's y equal. If you put x, you're in trouble, so don't do that. And don't mess up your division, otherwise they will take away the point. Really good questions. Best questions of the day, this class, honestly. You guys have been the best, so good job. Bang, bang, bang. Questions? Please, Vivian. Because it's horizontal. So it's back to the table, Vivian. The idea that we're just working with XY pairs. And what we have discovered is, if we choose x's that are increasingly positive, the y values that go with those x's, they head towards -5. Yeah. So it's a y value for sure. 2 more. Please, Sophia.
I think, I have to go actually, remember who it was.
You're good.
I think someone already asked this, but I just wanted to clarify. maybe
Please.
I was misunderstanding. If you don't write any work on the AP test, you lose points, because if I just went on the AP test and was like, I have x as a horizontal asymptote at -5, and said nothing else, would I still get the full point?
So Ella's the one who asked, and the answer is, if it's multiple choice, all they care is you bubble it right. So you don't have to write anything. You got to pick the right bubble. It's not common. I'm not trying to let you think that there's a lot of questions where that's possible. But once in a while, there is a question where you literally can just look at it and go, oh, I understand this completely. The answer is this. And that's all you got to do. If it's a written question, it's pretty rare that there isn't a little bit of something to be done. But if you literally could do it without writing, well, be careful. On the written section, I'll guide you as to like, oh, you better write this. If you skip these 3 steps, you're okay, but you better write this. That sort of thing. Does that make sense? Okay. Stop this. Any more questions here before I stop the video? Cool. I wanted, you got like 3 minutes. I wanted to do one more thing before I send you home, just because we didn't really